Hey everyone, it's Graphic back with another video, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about one of the scrims we had the other day. So a top 5 scrim with Beer Belly Boys, which is us, versus the Yaish FC squad, which has done really well in the qualifiers and tournaments in the past. So we'll see how this all plays out, but we do have Juicy subbing in as a defender. He's a really good defender, so it should be just fine. Here we have A5 actually collecting that ball in the corner. He's going to send that up to Phoenix. Phoenix not going to be able to get to that ball, so 5 is going to get that reset as the goalie. He's going to have 3 here on the side as an option, and I'm going to make sure to cut off 3 and 5 as they try to go back and forth. But Juicy's actually going to be able to get in front of that ball where they send it deep. Phoenix going to cross it over as I have some space. I don't really see anything here, but I'm going to try to get to A5. A5 is going to pass it over to Phoenix. Phoenix is going to be able to put that ball right in the right side of the net. So a really good start for us, a 1-0 start, 5 minutes, 22 seconds in. You got to remember, a lot of these games end 1-0 or 2-1, something around those lines. So really good to get a very early goal like we just did. So here we're back on offense, and Phoenix is actually going to have that ball collected on the side, so I'm going to cross over and make sure Phoenix has a lot of space. I'm going to come toward him and try to get a shot on target. Almost goes in off the deflect, so a very good deflect, but it almost goes in anyway. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Like I said, we have a lot of offense already for just a minute in. We've had multiple chances, and it seems like their defense is just struggling to get back on time. We're getting a lot of fast breaks and a lot of good potential. So here I'm going to push on to 4 because we have somebody back in the box, so I feel pretty safe pushing there. Phoenix is going to be trying to pressure this guy up top on the goal keep. And it's going to be enough to actually make him send it deep. A5 going to be able to get in there. I'm almost getting in there with the defensive stance, but I'm trying to make sure they cannot get anything easy to the top of the box. So here, goalkeeper is actually going to send it across to Phoenix, and Phoenix wins that 50. So this is one thing that they did mess up on. They had the goalkeeper come a little bit too far out, and that's exactly what we wanted because he loses his gloves outside of the box, and he is not going to be able to win this 50-50 against Phoenix. And there you go, a 2-0 start with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left. This is a great start. Like I said, a lot of these games ending with 2 goals being the winner. And so we're feeling pretty good. If we just play our game, we can continue to pressure, continue to push, and try to get that 3rd goal, but it's looking really good right now. So here we have Phoenix getting a nice block there. I'm pushing middle, ready for a pass if he can get it to me. He does get it to me, but it goes over my head a little bit. Kind of misjudged that one there because I could have easily still got that ball. Just trying to catch it and try to do something a little bit more than maybe a rush shot. So that's on me, but we are trying to push this back. Juicy's going to be getting on to 3, and A5 is not going to be able to get the prio on 1, so 1 almost puts it in. Unfortunate, but it's just fine because we have Friend behind us. So not a crazy shot to defend there, thankfully, and Friend is able to see Juicy on the corner. Corner is going to be a good spot for Juicy to go with that ball, so he's going to take it all the way over there, pass it all the way across to me. I'm going to miss that ball again. So I'm a little off on my balls right now, but I believe this is like game 2 of the day for me, so just keep that in mind. Friend is going to get that ball on a reset. I'm looking in this corner right now for a ball so I can send it over to Phoenix, so I think I'm calling out for maybe A5 to send it to me. But he actually sends it to Phoenix in the middle. Can't quite get it there. He gets the ball back, thankfully, though. I'm looking for a redirect middle, but it does go to Phoenix. Phoenix now going to put the ball into the bottom left corner, but it is going to be safe. So we're just trying to create space. I'm trying to bring people towards me at the very least and make more openings for Phoenix to do some things that he does. So here I'm going to be guarding 3, going to make sure nothing gets to him in the middle of the box. I do mess up pretty miserably, and but I do get a nice defensive stance block, so it all makes up for it. Again, if you're not sure how to play defense, literally hold defensive stance and stand in front of a player. It's exactly how you want to play, and you'll be just fine. So here we go. We got the ball on a fast break. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, basically. I'm going to send it over to Phoenix with a nice little power shot side roll, so it's going to get right to him, but he doesn't redirect it into the net. Unfortunately, it is a tough shot. He's either going to send it into the guy behind him or into the corner where the goalie's already at. So it is a tough shot, but definitely had an opportunity there, so we continue to get these opportunities, and it's looking like the offense is feeling pretty good. We also have a really good defense right now, so we're going to try to keep that up as we keep the pressure going as well. So their Friend is able to grab that ball, and we're back to square one. 2 minutes left, 2-0 start. Phoenix is going to get some touches here. I'm coming in to try to help him, but he's kind of doing it all himself. He sends it over. He definitely thought somebody was over there. Unfortunate read. Maybe we should have separated. Maybe we should have set somebody over there because I was coming right next to him. But I thought maybe he would need help. Kind of a waste of possession there for me. I probably should have went to the wing, gave him some space to pass to, and then he could have, ran middle for a shot. So it's all good, though. We have a great little possession, like I said, on these offensive touches. So I'll watch the guy in the wing here as we are up 2-0, minute 45. They definitely need to score here quick if they want something. That is not going to be it. They're trying for a lob little touch there. I don't think that's going to typically work. I touched this ball on accident. Friend's actually trying to send it to A5, so it gets a little awkward, and they do get a possession possession here. So this could be an opportunity for him to see if they can get a goal. But nope. Friend does come up on that ball just a little bit on that one-on-one. Ego checks him a little bit, and it works out perfectly. So I'm going to send this back to Friend. We have a minute left. Just play this smart, and we do win this game. Obviously, we want to continue with reps. We're never holding onto the ball in scrims, but we are trying to play at least still smart. So here we are going to kind of get back on defense. There's really not much going on. We tried to make an offensive play, but a misfire on the pass is going to make us all just start running back. I'm going to try to get that ball up to Phoenix, just not going to get the directional there. A5 is going to try to stay inside of that ball so that nothing can come through. He gets a nice little block, potentially going to win that 50. I'm going to try to help him out. Not going to happen, so I'm going to go back up to 4. 4 is going to be trying to go somewhere in the middle, but again, defensive stance going to block that ball, and that's something you'll see a lot with me, is holding that defensive stance right in front of their face, not going for actual, steals or anything, because there's really no need. You just stand in their way with defensive stance, and you're going to get that defensive stance touch anyway. So I'm trying to block off goalie line there. Nothing really happening. 30 seconds left, 2-0. I'm not too worried at this point. It's really, really hard to get 2 goals in 30 seconds, so I am going to come back, but I am looking for a potential cherry pick as well. His friend blocks that one. We have me and A5 on the sides. Phoenix on the short wing, and he's going to go to Phoenix. I'm calling the ball from Phoenix right here. I'm looking back across to Phoenix, cutting in. Hopefully he can get it to me. Let's see. It's very, very close. Good little come out by their goalie there. As we had an opportunity, I kind of misfired. Potentially should have went high with a high lob and then, ran in after that with extra effort if I did have it. So a nice 2-0, though, from us there. And that's game 1, I believe, or game 2. I don't even know. But we did end up winning this series. I don't have all the clips or all the gameplay, but we did end up winning this series against Yaish FC. Like I said, one of the best teams out there. It was 3-1. And we actually felt in control the entire series, which felt great because a lot of these series, you don't always feel controlled, or in control, I should say, the entire time. So it's great to feel in control. Juicy's going to get this ball sent over to him. It's going to be a little bit too far from Friend. I'm looking across to see, where everybody's at on defense. We get that ball back. I'm going to be able to kind of pass this one back out to Juicy. Juicy's able to get it to A5. A5 back to Friend. And we're back on a reset. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on this game specifically. I think I'm calling for Juicy to send this across. I'm going to get it over to A5. A5 over to Phoenix. Phoenix going to be about have a chance to put that in. Just misses the target. So almost a good opportunity there to score. As this is just crazy that we didn't get this ball in because, again, their goalie was out of the goal basically, and we had an opportunity, you just could not connect. So a good chance, though, a good couple of plays on offense to give us a chance at it. But here we're back in the corner, and we're going to see who ends up winning this one. I actually slowly lose that. We have me and Phoenix both up here, so that means we have 2 defenders, and let's see what they do about it. So they're going to send this ball up. Juicy's going to be able to tackle that one and actually get control, send it straight in, try a little heat check there. Believe it or not, Juicy does get a couple goals per game, it seems like sometimes, where he just sends it straight into their net. Probably every, 5 or 6 scrim games he actually gets one, but nice little block there. I'm going to send that one back over to A5. A5 is going to have that ball. Hopefully Friend picks this ball up. There we go. So we have Juicy on the corner for free. He goes to Phoenix. Phoenix goes to me, and that ball is going to be sent right back. So a good defensive play there from number 3. But again, 0-0, minute 30 left. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to go back to Juicy here and get a reset as we have plenty of time, as, again, this game is all tied up. So here I'm going to try to kind of make some space in the middle, kind of just running around and seeing if we can find an opening. A lot of the times, it's nothing special that actually gets you an opening, but here we had almost a decent play. They did get a nice little block on Phoenix there. He was looking like he had a chance. I'm kind of cutting in, but Phoenix sends it to me, so I'm just going to send this one back. I wasn't ready for it, so always okay to reset. And I don't think everybody knows that at lower ranks. Resetting is just fine. It's going to give you a possession still. It doesn't really matter as long as you're not down a ton. So they go low to Phoenix here. Phoenix is almost going to be able to cut that one in with a pass, but it is intercepted, so they do have the ball. So we actually lose possession. We are going to be playing defense here with 40 seconds left. About to go to OT if nothing happens here soon, but we do want this win for sure. So we're going to try to buckle up on defense, see what we can do. I'm going to be watching 3 as well as the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper comes too far up, I'll probably be running in between. But really nothing right now they're doing is too crazy. I think they tried to get a ball to 2 on just a straightaway, which is probably one of the easier way to kind of defend the ball, so I'm perfectly fine with them trying to do those. So I'm going to run over to 1 because nobody's really on him. I don't know what happened on our defense there. Probably should look back at that and see what the heck was going on, but they actually have an opportunity here, and they clang it off the top. I think Friend had it if it didn't go off the top, though, so we're all good there. So now we're at 0 seconds left. We're actually hanging in there just fine. So it's great to see that we have offensive tries as well as, most of our defense has been pretty good. Friend is able to pick that ball up, so we do have a nice little fast break here because there is number 4 behind him. So he's going to send that ball over to Juicy. Juicy's probably going to just give it back over to Friend, and now we can actually do something. So here we have A5 in the corner, or not really in the corner, but in the wing. We have Juicy across in the wing, but they're going to send it over to me on a cross, and these work so well. Like I said, if you have a good ball, it is so strong to put that ball into the corner or into the bottom right, bottom left, and it goes in many times over. So we have 2 wins, and we're going to go into potentially the third here. So let's see. We have a 1-0 start, 4 minutes and 32 seconds left. Let's see what Juicy can do. He sends it across to me. I'm going to see if I can get Pryo and send it off the wall over to Phoenix. Phoenix actually just misses an open net. There's nothing he can do there, but it was actually a really well-played play off the wall a couple times into a very easy shot. Unfortunately, he missed it. Like I said, he makes pretty much every shot he can, so not too worried about it. We're up 1-0, 4 minutes left. I'm going to send this back over to Friend. Friend's going to have the possession, and he's going to walk this up for us. He's going to send this middle down low to Phoenix. Phoenix is actually going to try to do something here, but he gets double-teamed. I should have used my slide tackle there. Pretty bad move by me to try to pass that out instead of just, doing an actual tackle. Or, sorry, not slide tackle, but just a tackle. Here we have number 2 out of Stam, but I just still can't catch him. Pretty bad defense by me there. Honestly, if I could go back, I would change a lot of what I did. A lot more standing around was needed and less kind of trying to get the ball. There was nothing actually going on in that wing. I could tell he was out of stamina. I didn't need to do much, but it's all good. We have that 1-0 lead still. A5's coming over to me. I'm going to go over to Phoenix with a lob. Not going to make it. Phoenix is running the opposite direction, so kind of just a miscommunication there. Looks like we have 4 back here, and they only have 2 up, so we're going to be fine. We're going to get that ball right away. Phoenix going to try to send that ball over to me, but he just can't quite get it through them. If somebody can get it, I'm just standing top box wide open, but we just can't quite get it. I'm going to try to cut the goalie off, but I'm way late on that, so I probably should have not have even tried. But they do have numbers here, so let's see how the defense can hold up as I actually just stay back and, kind of guard this backside. They only send 2 up a lot of the times, it seems like, and then sometimes they'll send the third, so they don't have a ton of offense that, we thought they might have. So I'm going to come up on 3 here, make him send it over. Juicy's going to almost get Pryo, doesn't though, and the ball is back into the corner. I'm going to put some pressure down. I'm going to grab that ball. I'm going to send it up to Phoenix. Phoenix is going to have a little fast break potentially. Sends it back over to me. I have nowhere to go, so I'm trying to send this ball back. I'm out of stam, out of extra effort. Nothing to much do there, so Friend is going to send it back up to me now that I have stamina and extra effort. I'd throw the ball a little bit too low over to A5. Need to definitely put some downspin, maybe go a higher shot with some downspin, and that could have maybe got there, but really a little bit too aggressive of a play. Probably not going to make that pass happen. So good defense there by most of the team. Friend is actually able to catch that ball. We're going to be able to reset here, so Friend's going to walk this one up. We're going to look across, kind of see what we have. Juicy's going to be there for a easy pass if they do actually end up pushing him, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So they push. Friend's going to send over Juicy. Juicy can go back to Friend if they continue to push, or he goes over to A5. So we're actually trying to create some space here. I get the ball finally over in this corner. I'm going to look for a Phoenix in the middle, but there's really not much, so I'm going to send it off the wall for really trying to get him some creation of some kind of play. If we can create some space just by going off the wall a few times or, going in kind of weird spots where they're usually not guarded, that's kind of what I'm looking for. But we may go back to the basics here soon. We'll see. It is a 1-0, so a minute 30 left, 1-0, feeling good still. We're going to be looking to play some defense. Again, this game is all about defense, really. If you think at the higher ranks, as I actually let that one slip in, that is definitely on me. I'm trying to help on that zone and make sure nobody gets into the box. But yet again, I did it. So I need to watch out for that. That's probably 2 times, I think, in the last 2 games that, I have let somebody or something slip in. So I need to watch that. Obviously, very hard to do constantly. But Friend is able to do a nice little block there off of a bad pass. So we are still comfortably up 1-0. I'm going to make a cut here, seeing if I can get that ball. I am able to get the ball kind of, but it does get deflected, so it actually is basically a change-up for this goalie to get to that ball. So I think I would have placed it well enough to where that goalie wouldn't have got the ball if I got a full kick, but with them getting a deflection, that's pretty unlucky for it to go straight into the net still, I will say. So we are up now 2-0, 1 minute left. It's all about just creating opportunities because some of these opportunities are just that simple. They are lucky. Like, you get deflections that go in the net all the time. You get some of these things that are kind of lucky to happen in this game quite often. So the more opportunities, the more chances you take, the more, chances that you are going to have that ball just somehow gets in the net. So take good opportunities often, and eventually you'll make something happen. Here I'm able to get that ball off the wall. I sent it just softly. I was hoping somebody could get to it, but they are actually sending their goalie really, really, really far up. They are okay with switching goalies as well, and I've noticed that. So That is why their goalie's so okay with pushing as far as he does. They're actually going to send this one back over to Friend. So we're 2-0, 20 seconds left. This one's all but wrapped up. So I will say right now, guys, we have one last play, a 5 over to me. Phoenix in the middle. I'm going to bang it over to him. He's going to bang it in there for the game winner. 3-0, 13 seconds left. This one's all but over. So we do end up winning the scrim versus Yaish FC. I believe it was 3-1 the series. So a really good scrim. Appreciate them jumping in for a scrim. So if you want to see more top-level scrims or more gameplay in general, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one.